Hello and welcome. Today I will be doing a studio tour of my studio because that is what we will be doing today. So to start, we will be going to the guitar section. Here are the guitars. The first guitar is this guitar. It's a Squier Stratocaster. The next guitar is a Seagull acoustic guitar. The next guitar is an Ovation acoustic guitar. It has this fiberglass back. The next guitar isn't a bass, or is a bass. It is a bass. The next guitar is a bass. Because it's my bass. It's the Patriot 1985 Patriot bass. It's really my only bass. It has flat wound strings on it. Right here, you can also see the record collection that I have, which is organized by first name of the band or the artist. The first name of the artist or the band is it's organized by that. For example, Phil Bailey and Phil Collins are next to each other, and Michael McDonald and Modest Mouse are next to each other. Moving along down here is the DJ rig assembly. This is a Newmark CDJ from the early 2000s. It's a CD player, so it plays CDs, but it has the actions of a turntable. So you would like it if they all I use that live with the band that I play in, as well as on recordings. This is a Denon DJ mixer, and I made this case for it. This is a tape player that I took the top off of so that you can take cassettes. In and out. Like that. And this is another Newmark product. It's a record player. Okay, so this is a bass amp head that is inside a case that I built so that it doesn't get damaged when it goes on the road and on tour and whatever. I put a handle on it. And this is an Aguilar bass cab. That's actually not mine, but it's under my supervision for the moment. Okay, so we've done that. Cables live up here. We can talk about the walls in a minute, but we'll go ahead and do this thing, right? All of these things. So this is a bass amp. We'll just go through them, and then I'll say how I use them. This is a bass amp. This is a Behringer bass amp. This is a PreSonus audio interface. So is this, and this is my computer. This is a Yamaha Tape Tech. These are two power conditioners, and that's it is a amplifier. It used to be a Fender product, but I kind of Frankensteined it. Okay, so the whole studio is running off of the PreSonus interface. Actually, these two that are chained together, and then we use this for like sending stuff and playing tapes. Like I think there's a tape in there right now. Boards of Canada. So I use that a lot to send stuff too, and same with the reel-to-reel. I used that really just for like processing because the like reamping stuff through it is really nice, and same with the tape deck. reamping, but also recording stuff through it is really great. Okay, so more specifically though, with the big console, we have eight digital outs, and don't pay attention if you're or do pay attention or don't if you're not interested. Skip, but 8 digital outs from the interface are going to 8 channels here, and then 7 individual outs after the fader level, because you can't actually, the inserts on this board, you can't do post fader send, so you skip all the EQ and all the panning and stuff. And so what you really want is direct outs. And so we've achieved that by using the Q, these 4 groups, the echo sends, and the foldback to do 7 individual outs. And so really a lot of my mixing, I'm just doing like a whole bunch of like grouping and summing and sound selection, everything inside Ableton first, and then I group everything together, send it all through here, stereo groups, 1, 2, blah, 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 maybe some mono stuff for like bass and, you know, whatever, and then we can add stuff to it. Like we'll send the low end through the bass amp, we'll send some stuff through the tape deck, we'll send something through the amp of the cassette deck, sum it all back together, maybe some individual groups and whatever, send it back to the program and record that. And so if I need to make any changes in level or anything, I still can, and it's not all crunched together. Okay, so this is a Yamaha 2404 1980 something mixer. It works great. 2 channels don't work, so there's that. Now all of that makes a lot of sense. This is just a regular computer controller for those levels. So these are reference speakers that I built out of some out of a center surround sound system speaker, and they're mono, and so anything that I send through it is mono, and so it's really good for like referencing stuff. And I just have the monitor select to do those, and so that's what that amp is down there. That amp down here is powering those. You can see this input for it is a mono, so it's already monoed. I got a mono by this giant mixer that's screwed to the side of the desk, and so that's the mixing portion. And then this keyboard is here too. If we look like to some of the stuff around here, these speaker stands, I built these to hold the HS8. That's those, and then that's about everything for recording and mixing and whatever. Okay, so then over here is the keyboard world, and basically it's simple. This keyboard is an Alesis QS6 from 1996. It's a great keyboard. It's got a bunch of great sounds on it. I use it as a MIDI controller and for all the sounds that came with it, because they're awesome and they sound really crunchy and super cool. This is a Korg Monologue, which is being used as a controller for the Roland JX08, which is a synthesizer that's the brain of their JP 08 keyboard. Now, this big keyboard is a 80s Roland weighted piano MIDI controller. So it is just tied into whatever we want it to be tied into. It has like 6 or 7 MIDI outs. We can go to whatever. Currently, it's just being a controller for this, which is nice because if we want some pianos, like having like a weighted piano on, being able to play like the weighted piano is really awesome on here. So that's keyboard world. There's not much going on here besides just MIDI controls and sound selection and everything. But moving down Here is the SP404, which I use on pretty much everything, and it's really great. I'm not going to get into everything that this can do because it is a whole machine on its. I mean, it's a weapon. It's a whole instrument. So that is being used though as an effects processor from the board, and I also send some of the keyboards into it if I want, or vocals for like octave or pitch shifting effects, or really crunchy distortion, digital clipping, all that kind of stuff is really great on that because you can send a mono in, you can get a stereo out, you can send a stereo in, you can get a mono out, you can send a stereo in and get a stereo. It's just great. So this thing is awesome. Now, I guess really the other stuff that we have in here is kind of just like the accoutrement, if you will, like the CRT, which is a Critter and Guitari IZ video synth, so it can do a whole bunch of stuff, which I like, and people like to see like on social media and stuff. It's super cool. You know, they like to look at it and see the waveforms, and it's nice. It's helpful because you can tell like sounds, or like you could use it to tune like a guitar or something because a note, like you can see the waveform and it'll stay in place when it's not moving around anymore. If we're going like more in the organizational side of things, sound dampening is important. We have these tacked up on the wall, 2 on either side. Then we have some of these on there. We have one over there. We have the cloud curtain, the cloud guy, bookshelf. Yeah, I mean, that's really, inside the closet is like, I can do a vocal booth, but really everything inside there is just storage right now. So there's nothing much going on there. Nothing for you to see. Yeah, so that's my studio. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you also listen to my music. Appreciate it. Have a good day.